People here like to say this is where Oklahoma oil began. They, in fact, had the very first commercial oil well. But there's more to it than that. Western, Native American, and oil history all converged, and the center point ended up being Bartlesville. And there's not a better way to learn about this diverse city than to take the Heritage Trail Downtown Walking Tour. Sharon Hurst spearheaded the effort to create the self-guided tour. There's now a 32-page booklet that highlights 72 different sites, all historically and architecturally fascinating and interesting places in downtown Bartlesville.
You got to start with Price Tower. That is Frank Lloyd Wright's masterpiece. You can go anywhere in the world. I've mentioned the town of Bartlesville, and it seems like there's always someone who knows, oh, that's where Frank Lloyd Wright's skyscraper is, the Price Tower.
Along the way, you can see the beautifully restored Washington County Courthouse, too. Now, when people first arrived in the early days of Bartlesville and got off at the train depot, which is still here, they could look down this street and see the first diner, and they could get a place to stay. And right around the corner is what is now the Arvest Bank Building. Built around 1920, it's now been completely restored to look just like it did then. Bartlesville has always been a city on the move, and it continues today as we can see construction on the Johnstone Building.
It was built in 1910, and I consider it to be almost the heart of our downtown, so I was devastated when that fire came through and destroyed the entire third floor.
But a local family, the Sayers, bought it and are making sure it's being restored to its original grandeur.
And it is going to be, oh, what a wonderful addition this is going to be.
Now, one of my favorite places to visit here is the Phillips Tower. Built in 1927, it was created to house the Phillips Petroleum Company. And finally, how about some offbeat history on the tour? Sharon, I have to say, this walking tour is just chock full of fascinating historical information, some of which is, of course, a lot of fun, but some of it actually is kind of weird. For instance, where are we now?
Well, this is the Keeler Building. It was built in 1905. And this is also, as you were talking about weird history, this was the site of the first murder in the state of Oklahoma. It happened right on Statehood Day, November 16th, 1907.
And Oklahoma history has been ever so exciting ever since. In Bartlesville, I'm Dino Lalli.